Okay, so I'm really bad with phonics, so the odds of me messing up one of these names is very high, but I'm gonna give it a go. So, in relation to this story, I read the introduction, so I had like a pretty good understanding of what was going to be happening throughout the play. But there were some little things that I was not anticipating happening, like when the chorus leader is actually turned out to be the foreigner who was turning all these people into Maenads and preaching about Dionysus and all of that. I was not expecting that because they seemed like so loyal to Protheses, and I was like not ready for that to happen. But I thought the play was really interesting because I've loved Greek mythology like my whole life, and not many people have really appreciated Dionysus. So it was cool to see a chance for him to really shine in his abilities and everything with that. But there was a really strange part where Agave like came out of her trance after she killed her own son, and there was nothing really like there was no reason why she came out of it or like if Dionysus let her go. I was really confused in that scenario. But the play was really meaningful because it showed there were different types of religions and that there have been for a while. And it showed us that we can be really blind to things, even if like we didn't originally believe in them and then we end up believing in them. It can blind us to things that are true, and it could happen too late and then something has already happened, like the death of Pentheus. So that's one cool thing that was really that interests me. There are definitely two values found in this play. There's the really faithful ones of the Maenads who follow Bacchus and everything that he does, and they showed that by how they took care of the wolf cubs and the gazelles. It said in like line 700 that they were caring for those over their own humans, which was really odd to me. And then there were the other people, like Pentheus, who didn't believe that Bacchus was a real god. They weren't faithful at all. They only believed in what they could see and not what was being told. They had no faith in anything that they couldn't see. So that was another one. That one you could see a little bit better when they didn't believe that Dionysus' mom was the father of Dionysus was Zeus, and that everyone believed that Dionysus had actually died with her. And that was at line like 243 through 247. There was a part at line 755 that I didn't really understand, and the quote is, "Put booty on their shoulders." So it was when the first messenger was giving the speech about the Maenads and everything, and they had rampaged through two towns and they had taken all these things. But I didn't really understand what that quote meant, so I did some research after I finished the play, and it basically just showed that like they took a bunch of the items and materials from the people in the town. Now whether they literally or figuratively put it on their shoulders, I'm not sure, but they did take it. So this showed importance throughout the rest of the play because we never really learned anything about the Maenads personally, so like where they get their materials and all that thing outside of like the wine and the milk that Bacchus provides. So like clothing and like some food things, so things like that was pretty interesting to me that you got to see that a little bit better. The Maenads are depicted as these women who left everything to go support Bacchus, but there isn't a consistent understanding of them. There's two different like people, like there's Pentheus who says that they're like evil and horrible, and he wants to kill all of them and get rid of them because he just does not like them at all. He doesn't believe in them. He thinks it makes their town look weak and everything. And then there are there's the other people in the city who are like in all of them and want to join them and do all these things to be part of them. So you could see the two different parts there. I would say the cover is Elvis Presley because a lot more people relate to him than anything that they would have found in the time period that this was written. So they put something on there to get people more likely to buy it, and also that Elvis and Pentheus are both very unique characters and they're both very powerful in the societies that they lived in. So I think that people could kind of relate Elvis to Pentheus a little bit before both of them passed away. So it was kind of their way of trying to get more people interested in the play. And then one question I have about this is, did Dionysus release Agave from her trance, or did she find a way out? And if she found a way out, if she was released by Dionysus, did he release the other women so that they could also go into exile with her? And another question I have was, after everything that happened, do the people in the city believe that Dionysus is a god, or do they believe that he died with his mom and that Zeus was not actually his dad? So leave your responses below. Thanks.